I don't need a haircut. You need a haircut.
It's like I can see out of my periphery you were being too still, so the Mike's about to do a bit. I don't know what it is, but Mike's definitely about to do a bit.
Sometimes I wake up, my hair is just 4 inches above my
Dude,
head.
it actually got great volume.
It doesn't even connect to my head anymore.
Yeah,
it's
that's right. It's just above
floating fluff
It's
of hair.
just above.
Hey.
Oh, what's up? We got Evan Diesel, we got Ab True Bay, we got Castro, we got Sass Queen, we got Quicksand, we got Ammo. Get up! What's up, everybody? How are you all?
You look like Iron Man. Look. Because, like, what's up, everybody?
Hi, everybody. What's going on?
Just kidding. It's a good bit. That's just comedy right there. Nick, you have a card by chance. I forgot to...
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Can you use my AAA card?
Because we don't need this. We're not driving anywhere, folks. Stay inside. Okay.
Said pew pew for Iron Man's. Mike let Karen cut it.
Nah. Yeah, here's the thing. I have a lot of anxiety about getting haircuts in general.
Do you really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Not so much anymore because I have someone I know and trust, but if ever I have to switch to a new person, it starts this cycle of fear all over again.
That's fair.
So what if
I never had much worry, but my hair is pretty easy.
Mine is too. That's the thing is, like, there's very small chance of it getting messed up. But I just don't. I've had,
Yeah.
We've gone to places as a kid where it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And I had the same head of hair then, and it was still simple in theory.
Yeah.
So, it makes you paranoid.
Yeah, I get it. What's up now, Barry? This is far more entertaining than what Watch It Played is streaming. What is what Watch It Played is streaming?
That's more entertaining than Rodney. If everyone could tweet that out right now, that hashtag down.
That's how we're going to get to that 10,000 subs right there.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
Oh, what's up, Marine Mike? What's up, Bag Baby?
Rodney, who?
And Steve went on a 24-mile bike ride this morning. Left the apartment at 6, back by 8.
That's not a bad clip.
That's not a bad clip.
Where'd you ride to? Did you?
12. That's 12 miles an hour. That's a pretty decent clip.
It's a range. You go down to like Santa Monica and back. I figure that's about 12 miles each way.
That's what I love about bike riding is you can put away so many miles, and it's like not because even if you're casually riding, you'll just go. It's so much easier and quicker than like running.
Like a casual speed, if you're just cruising, has to be like 6 or 7 miles.
It's like a sprint. Yeah,
right.
It's like.
Thanks, buddy.
So it's one of those things where it's just like there's like, oh man, I rode 30 miles, and you're like, whoa, and you're like, that's actually not as much as it sounds like.
To Venice over Santa Monica back home,
That's
awesome.
awesome.
That sounds like the ride to do. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil his April Fools. Oh, is he doing some April Fool's stuff? Yes. We realized we made a big announcement about pushing for 10,000 on April Fool's Day, which is probably not smart, but we did it anyway because we're freaking tired.
I have on good authority that April Fool's is canceled.
I hope it's canceled.
Although the folks that make all the Mint games, they released an announcement. They're doing Mint Twerks, which was really fun. I appreciated that. I was like, nice.
Did they really?
Yeah, Mint Twerks. As an April Fool's thing, I imagine.
That's awesome.
And I was just like, that's good. That's nice. It's simple. You know right away it's a joke. Yeah, right? It makes you laugh. You think about how does that work. People probably out there start to actually design a game, but it's good. That's the type of April Fool's I want.
Yeah.
It's just like, just a fun little laugh.
Yeah. Said LA air is much cleaner these days. I bet. The environment's probably pumped right now, dude.
Oh, yeah.
The environment's, let's keep this going.
Yeah.
Google did officially cancel April Fool's Day. Yes,
It's over.
It's over. We have Google. We have spoken.
Rayner made a petition yesterday. He said, I think we should just move it to September 1st. I'm like, that's fair.
That's
far enough out that we might be ready for a haha by then.
That's a good compromise. Let's be honest. That's a good compromise.
I'm into that. I like that.
Wah, wah. Yeah, that's a good compromise.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
That's what it's all about, man.
So if you didn't know, we are making a big push on our YouTube channel. We're making a big old push for 10,000 subscribers, about 250 away, and we're doing a big giveaway. We're doing a giveaway of Return to Dark Tower Kickstarter pledge, courtesy of Restoration Games. We're doing Dark Ages, courtesy Kickstarter pledge, courtesy of Board and Dice, and then we are doing a pledge of Frosthaven, courtesy of these bing bongs. So we'll essentially buy a Frosthaven pledge, but just put your name and your
we'll figure out how we can that or PayPal you the money to do it so that basically you can take over if you want to do add-ons and all that stuff. We want to be able to make it easy for the eventual winner to do what they want from there.
Yeah.
So we'll figure out.
Thank you, Marie Mike, for that drop in there. I forgot we had that. What? Yeah, so push for 10,000. We're pretty excited.
Like that.
That's a huge milestone. That's a massive milestone, especially for something like board games, where it's hard to get to 10,000 in board games. Like that's we've worked really hard, and we're very proud of ourselves for getting to that point. 10,000 just like, and also in YouTube things like 10,000, you're like officially a thing according to YouTube.
YouTube starts to give a poop.
We've known we've been a thing for a long time, but all these big corporations aren't recognized, and Twitch hasn't recognized yet. YouTube hasn't recognized yet.
Missing.
But nonetheless, so give us a sub on YouTube if you want to help out. Well, I just subscribed.
Cheers.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Yes. And another cool, not so much, we're not really announcing, it's not like we're bringing the cat out of the bag, but Ms. Paula Deming and Mr. Matthew Jude are now streaming on GenCon, and they're actually streaming right after us.
So do you get a 4-hour power block of awesome content
essentially this
every
game is
Wednesday morning now? Yeah. So this game is broken, takes over GenCon? Yes, it is.
So right after us, so we stream from 9 to 11, and then right at 11, they start up and they're playing games together. So stick around because their stream is going to be not as good as ours.
The Wednesday morning power hours.
Power hour. But nonetheless, they're going to be streaming right after us, so we're going to be leading basically directly into them. So make sure to stick around for them, and that's going to be how it is from now.
We need a couple certified ringers to lead in
until GenCon realizes the mistake they made for hiring all four of us. This is going to continue until then.
Look how small I can make mine.
Dude, you are straight De Niroing right now. Give me some Taxi Driver.
You? That's all it is. You?
I go. It's my De Niro.
You never actually get to saying anything.
Yeah, I'm always like wet my lips. Right.
Maybe choke yourself. And then you kill somebody. That's De Niro.
It's my De Niro. My De Niro's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
It's good. Yeah, you melt. Your face melted away and reformed into something else.
Right, like go to the Mighty Murphs. I don't know about that.
Maybe it's the other way around. Who knows?
I don't know. This show's probably way bigger than ours.
People are just gonna be excited and get to the stream early for them, and they happen to watch us, and like, I guess I'll mute this, but it's a cool mini. One half of the minis looks cool. The other half is.
Yours looks great. We were just talking about how proud you are. All right, so let's go ahead and start then.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like a battle of Christmas right now.
It does look.
So we are painting some Scythe Mechs right now. I have the Russviets. Nick has the Hungarians.
Who have a name? They are the hog people, Mike.
They're the hog.
Get their name right.
Folk.
They're the hog folk.
And then the losers after Paula and Matthew, hours and hours of Twitch. That's true. I mean, you get an hour lunch break at 1:00.
Yeah.
And then, although maybe 1:00 now because their time changed. So I think it is straight.
It is straight
partying. You can snack while you watch.
Yeah, that's a good point, man. There's a 6-hour block and this game's broken.
Basically, this game is broken. We own Wednesday now. It is.
Yeah.
It is all us.
We are the Wednesday now.
So we are going to continue on. I managed to get all my folks based last week.
Yeah.
And I need to wash these bad boys. I know that. And then we will start the kind of aging process, I think, right? Is that the step after you get a little wash, you grungify them a little bit?
Yeah.
And then we sort of chip the paint away, as it were.
More or less, yeah. So, like, for this one, like, I'm not going to highlight the green at all because I want it to look kind of dirty and, like, splotchy and stuff like that because I want this mech to be, like, going through the mud in the forest.
Girls Games? Oh, my God.
Yeah. I don't know if that's officially been announced yet, but, I mean, everyone, yeah, Paul's taking Keek's spot.
Yeah, that also came out today.
Oh, did it really? Okay, then, yeah. Are you both painted? Yes, Kiki. Oh, and Mike, thanks for the follow on the Twitch. That's how you get them entries, baby. That's how you get them entries.
This is me. And that is Nick.
Where is it? There it is. This is me. Because I'm on the right side on this side. So this is me. That's Mike. So Mike hasn't put a wash on his yet. But I was able to get a wash on mine. So basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be highlighting the silver, and then I'm gonna start chipping away some of that paint. But I'm gonna do the silver.
I'm chipping away that paint. I'm gonna chip away that paint. Okay, so question. I need to wash the red. Yes. Do I need to wash the silver as well? And I imagine those will be different washes.
No. Actually, for yours, first of all, yes, you do need to do both.
Because I need to have that kind of rusty...
Because inside, like, all these little cogs and all those little gears, you need those to be shaded. Yes. Because it'll make them all stick out. Yeah. Now, I did a mix of, like, green wash, Athonian Camo Shade, and then Agrax Earth Shade, which is the brown one. Because I wanted it to still have a green. I didn't want it to turn it too muddy. But Agrax Earthshade's brown. Brown has already got a lot of red in it. So I would say just do your entire thing in Agrax Earthshade.
Cool. Love it. Quick job.
I don't think you need to switch it up. And again, usually for metal, I would shade with Nuln Oil, which is a black wash. But we want them to look kind of dirty. Yeah. So that's why we're doing it with brown. Actually, you know what I like?
Why would you lie, man?
You turned your thing. For the red, do straight Agrax Earthshade. For the metal, do a 50-50 mix of those two. Okay.
Wait. So, a little bit of Nuln Oil for the old silver there. Now, since I'm going straight from this, I'm not mixing. Should I just go out of the pot?
No, go ahead and put it in here, because then later you can just add this to this. Cool. I would say just do all the red first. And don't be too worried about just hitting the red. Like, you can hit some of the metal as well. It won't be a big deal. Dang, kids ruin all the thing kind of like puppies. They do.
Can I tell you the biggest disappointment of the day? Went to eat bagels I bought on Saturday. They had mold.
That is a bummer. That's a bummer.
Sometimes like bread will last, and other times it's just a day after you get it's just dead.
Yeah.
And like, I
was. Can I have that bright silver over there? Room paying silver.
Forward to that.
Yeah, that is rough. That is rough.
We've told this before, but that always does remind me of Pop. With pizza bagels.
The Pop's a freaking champion.
So we were having pizza bagels one time, and there was one with a little bit of mold. It wasn't a ton, a little bit of mold. And Nick recognized that, oh wait, Dad, that has mold on it. And he like looks at it, and looks and says, what do you think penicillin is? And then just proceeds to just go
and eat the entire bagel. He goes, what do you think penicillin is? It just eats the entire thing. It was like, the most metal thing. And I was like, wow, our father's a man.
It's the biggest flex ever, man. Yeah, like, all right.
It's so, what do you think penicillin is? It's like, so awesome. The most metal freaking way to make your kids feel like, oh yeah, dad's the man of this house.
Yeah, we didn't try him for a while after that. So he's basically unkillable. So.
Really explore the space with it, Mike. Lather it on there. Don't be shy, Michael.
Always worried about overdoing it, and then I always underdo it.
Overdo it. The main thing with this, because the main thing you don't want is you don't want it to pool in any flat surfaces.
But he's all flat surfaces, man.
So you need to make sure that you're wiping off the excess from like flat surfaces.
Like, that just dips some more in there. But like, what do you think of that in general?
That's probably fine. So that's fine. Yeah, it's just you just don't want like a big pool of it on a big the big flat back and stuff like that. Like you just don't want a massive
flat back.
It's closer to you if you want. So I'm trying to. We need to get a new room fake steel. This one's almost done. I'm just trying to get the rest of it. Promise we can't go anywhere to get him paints.
Let's just pop over to Warhammer. Oh wait. Oh goodness.
All right, this is actually going to be an issue. Okay. Yeah, we don't have much of this at all. This might be an issue.
You got this.
Well, you could always use like lead belcher and stuff, but that's I didn't realize we were quite so low on that.
So you wanted mud silver, right?
You want mud, right? You trying to have mud mechs? I mean, kind of.
These mechs would be muddy. I mean, look at the art inside. That doesn't look like a particularly dry place. It's fairly muddy.
And that's why, like, I always, like, leave them pretty darn gunked up, you know? Because I'm like, they're mechs. They're, like, walking around the freaking, they're walking around, like, just muddy Siberia. All right, Shikiki, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Did you adjust the settings? The minutes look very good again. No, what we we've been not wanting to turn on these lights. You can see like we have our ring lights because our cameras actually come with little ring lights, which is nice. We don't usually use them because our cameras are too far away for them to matter. And a lot of times, especially for this one, it puts a glare on the board. This one, and we tried turning them on like a week or two ago, and for some reason we couldn't get the cameras exposed right. They were way blown out. And then the other day, I don't know what was different, but I had it on while I was painting while Mike was playing a video game, and it looked fine. And so now I was like, oh, I think we can do this. And so now it's nice because the problem is because this room has a lot of light in it, but when you're painting minis, you want light like on the mini. And it was actually pretty hard to paint because when we were painting, it was kind of dark where we were painting. And so we finally turned these on. So now it's nice because they're actually lit up so we can actually see, but it actually means that you all can see them as well, which is, you guys could literally see them better than we could because we could turn the exposure up on our cameras, but that doesn't help our eyes. I cannot turn the exposure up on my eyes.
Wait, can't man, them pupils.
So now what I'm doing is kind of like a lot of the flat areas, the raised up areas, I'm just going to hit it with some silver. And I'm kind of just doing this like haphazardly. I'm not really...
Hit me. Don't hit me. I'll hit me.
And I don't want it to be all over the place. Mostly what I'm trying to do is doing like edges. Because edges will be constantly being brushed against like trees and stuff like that. And will stay the most shiny. You know, it'd be hard for something to have a lot of rust on it when it's constantly being rubbed off by brushes and stuff like that. And so again, the edges and stuff like that will tend to have that more often. So one thing I'll do often with something like this is if I don't want too bright, I'll put it on there and then immediately wipe off some of it with my finger. And that kind of gives it's kind of like poor man's blending.
Love it.
Poor man's blend.
You got 10 perfectly good paintbrushes right here, bro. And use them mitts.
And also don't forget to do a before-after YouTube video for 50% of them washed versus unwashed. We did take pictures last time for you of them washed and not washed. And I guess I forgot to post them. Sorry. I'll put them in the Discord, though, the difference the wash makes.
Get some whips.
I mean, you'll kind of be able to see it with Mikey's right now of, like, the difference that...
Here's a just short comparison.
Yeah, and again, that's not dry yet, but yeah, you can already kind of see the difference. Yeah, so yours is kind of tough because you have a big flat area, so anything that's not flat, really, really get it up in there. So again, I'm just picking out the edges, the raised spots to make it all stick out.
Perman says, I should be working instead I'm typing on here. That's why you gotta take away the internet from the workers in the office, man. They'll just be on
the YouTube.
They'll be on the E-bombs.
That's why we should have 6-hour work days because people are on YouTube the other 2 hours anyway.
Dude, yeah. 6-hour work
day. Hashtag true story.
Be productive as hell. You know it's true because everyone's home right now and everyone's YouTube numbers are down.
That is legitimately true. YouTube numbers across the board have been super down.
Everybody got busted out just now like, ooh I know I watch YouTube if I'm not at work.
I'm on YouTube all the time.
Don't.
YouTube's down, Twitch numbers are up.
Hey, go figure, man. I'm happy for it. Forget about it. How's everyone's Wednesday? How's everyone's midweek going? Over on our Patreon, Nick posted a question of asking, hey, what do y'all like seeing us play video game-wise, since we're doing a little more video game content right now, since we got the time on our hands and things. Got some good responses. I'm curious. There's a 2-player game, Chariot.
Yeah, it's some co-op game
little platformer, side-scrolly type, I think kind of maybe puzzly, got to work together. You know, like those, like... We like those kinds of games a lot. Like, that's what always drew us to the Lego games, is like the idea of like, oh, you really got to work together to get through this thing because someone needs to stand on this button over here.
Yeah.
Or, God forbid, if they ever did Portal again. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, if they had Portal 3 come out on the Switch co-op,
oh my god,
that would be, I think, the most insta-buy we have ever insta-buyed.
We've replayed Portal 2 so many times. It's so freaking fun.
It's always amazing.
But yeah, it's cool. So I'm curious about some of these. I'm gonna look into some of them today and see what they're about. Monique's brought up Cook Serve Delicious as an alternative to Overcooked, and I saw Isaac Childress of all people. Don't know what he has going on these days. Actually,
I don't know. Probably nothing.
Probably nothing. He was playing Cook Serve Delicious as well. And talking about I was like, oh man, all of a sudden Cook Serve Delicious everywhere. Maybe a sign.
It might be a sign.
Kind of into that. So what I'm doing here with the wash, I'm just doing all the reds first. Getting all the red stuff covered, taken care of. And then I poured a little bit much in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to slop some over to make my mix. That way, in case I need to go back to the red, I haven't just wasted a ton of wash. That's now mixed with normal.
Smart thing.
I'm trying to be efficient, you know. It's like we do have resources, and they are slightly limited right now.
Now where I said washing makes things look drastically better for minimal effort. Yes, especially in something like this.
Gosh.
Especially in something with like a lot of nooks and crannies and all. Like this part right here, you can see it's got this like, it looks like paneling. It's got like a bunch of like tubes and stuff like that. Like that without a wash doesn't look like anything. Hey, Paula. But you put a wash on it, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh, this looks great." Washing it's the best.
Hey, Paula, are you absolutely free at 11 o'clock? You don't have anything going on?
You want to have a conference call at 11 o'clock, Paula?
Yeah, just to hang out because there's nothing happening.
Paula, would you like to have a conference call at 11 o'clock, Paula?
Nothing's happening at that time.
We're settled.
These mechs are looking cool.
Thanks,
You're looking cool.
You're looking good today, Paula.
Paula, are you allowed to say, like, what are you going to do today? What are you going to play? What are you going to do?
What are you doing? Talk to us. What are you doing?
Why are you
talking?
Because I will be streaming here, so I can't have a conference call at 11. We're going to call you anyway and just
then I
interrupt
quit
the stream.
Yeah. Everything we do together.
I quit. Yeah.
So one thing that I'm going to try and do here, this one, as you can see, has a ton of rivets everywhere. And I am going to try and very slightly brush across them and just hit the rivets.
Yeah.
The good thing is, it's like if I hit
these seams on the edge.
Exactly. If I hit some of the green, it'll kind of look like weathering, so it's not a huge deal, but I would like to not if I can.
How to make it look weathered instead of painted. Trixie.
I also could just like dot all of them.
That sounds like a lot of work. Don't do that. Don't ever do that.
Yeah, I'm already doing it. Oh,
minimal effort. Is that what Deadpool always says, right? Minimal effort.
He says maximum effort.
Oh, God, never mind. I'm sounding foolish.
Let me see. Can I, like, almost, like, drive those shits? Thank you, Marie Mike, for keep dropping in there. Yes, we are pushing for 10,000 subs right now, if you did not know. So please subscribe to us on YouTube. And if you do that, you can go to a link in the description and be entered into a giveaway to win either the Dark Tower Kickstarter, Dark Ages Kickstarter, or Frosthaven Kickstarter.
Yeah. I don't know why I went with that take, but I did. I decided to say yeah.
Yeah, you did.
After. As if the acid hadn't just kicked in hard. Yeah. He's been saying yeah for 5 minutes. Just one yeah.
We're not sure what he's pumped about, but he's pumped about something.
Yeah. So I wrote a comment on Paula's announcement yesterday on her YouTube. You can subscribe to her YouTube, please, as well. About this streaming situation, and I was having a right laugh about it. But I was making myself laugh a little too hard because I said like, "Oh man, I hope whoever like streams before you is baller," and she appropriately responded like, "I think I've heard they're just okay," and so I responded, "I think you mispronounced revolutionary," and I laughed for 5 minutes about it. I thought that was hilarious. Okay. All right, we'll go with that. We'll go a little Rusty Santa.
Rusty Santa.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so now...
Oh, so you did all of them. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, great. Kind of quick jobs.
the other thing about the watch is you can always put more on if you need to, you know.
Why am I a moron?
Good one.
He's unstoppable. He's unstoppable. Birdman says, well, there's always a straight person who anchors a show and sidekicks over the first person to carry. So, yes, I think she just called Matthew nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we're all saying you're doing nothing at 11. Matthew's just like, hey, I am not nothing.
I am not.
I am something. I'm just going to... We're seeing as my hand is getting some of the wash from over here to over here.
Boom. Yeah,
let's bring that center stage so you can really see the process. Really enjoy the process.
Really explore the space.
So I'm gonna do it per Nick's instruction. I'm taking this Agrax Earthshade, which
sounds like instruction, as if I was like, you do it this way.
I could have said demand, but I didn't. I'm gonna take this Agrax Earthshade, which is just so you know that they don't. None of this means anything. Like, oh, make it Agthrax. You're like, oh, that's a word now. Agthrax. It's actually Agrax. Actually, see, I sound stupid. Agrax Earthshade. And putting some of this Nuln oil in. You said about 50-50?
Yeah, about 50-50. The Nuln oil will darken it down a lot. Okay. But you'll still have some brown in there.
Okay.
And that way, because you want it to look somewhat dirty, but the whole thing will turn kind of brownish if you just put an Agrax Earthshade. So I'd say put a little Nuln oil in there because you want it to look dirty, but you want it to look not just like completely covered in muck.
So Sliver says, so Matthew Jude is Robin to Paula Deming's Batman. And I do agree. I think that is absolutely the perfect way to look at it. Because isn't he just a boy wonder at the end of the day?
He's a boy wonder.
Oh, that's wonderful. That makes my heart feel good. Sliver says, Sanctum's arriving today, a day early. Rip. Sanctum is cool. We got to do just a quick demo of it at PAX Unplugged. Didn't get to play a full game, but I would actually really like to. I keep wanting to dip into that coffee. It's one of those things.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
Hey, welcome to the follow.
WJ Web 3.
All right.
His name's Web 3. You ready to be famous?
You ready to be?
Hey, you ready to be famous? Alrighty, so I'm just going to wipe off a lot of this silver and then kind of try and dry brush it to a degree over these rivets. Kind of try and do a quick job of it because I just don't care to hit every rivet.
Birdman says, oh, maybe Paul is the tick and Matthew is the moth. I like that. That works well. Ooh. Really, any of those is good. Either way, just what a power team.
What a power couple. They're almost as powerful as us, you know.
Almost.
We were first. We were the first one.
Constantine and whoever Shia LaBeouf was in the movie.
Constantine and Shia LaBeouf.
Dude, I freaking love that movie.
You do love that movie.
Constantine is amazing. Give me 5 more of those, please. Thanks.
Is that Keanu? Is that him?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Alright, now I've got my Nuln Oil Agrax Earthshade mix.
Alrighty. Boom. So now you can see some of those rivets. They popping. They twerking.
Those rivets is popping. So basically, the way you want to get this mech going, you want to get those rivets popping.
That's right.
Never stopping.
Well, we're no Brothers Murph. I mean, but we are doing our best. Indeed. You are trying.
No one is the Brothers Murph, and that's probably for the best for you.
Brothers were good enough. Hey, we don't need more of it.
Get it poppin', don't ever stoppin', dude.
Again, just doing a bit of highlighting here on the silver. Not doing too much because, again, we don't want it to look like a new mech. Or like an old poopy mech.
Poop mech.
What's everyone painting right now? Paula showed me, what do you, I was going to say Frosthaven. It's not Frosthaven. Frostgrave? Is that what you're painting right now?
Oh, yeah,
Paula?
yeah.
Whatever it is, it looked cool. It was like some lady with a cool cloak. Cloak Lady, I think is her name.
Her name is Cloak Lady. She's a cloak maiden, to be fair, Nick. Show some respect, please.
Sorry. Yeah. Right now, personally, I'm painting the Scourge of the Abyss in Abyss. You butts. Then Mikey eventually should start painting something all by his lonesome.
I was thinking that. I was just thinking.
We should get you some paints.
This takes up most of my painting bandwidth, but it's because I'm very new. And I'm enjoying it more and more. And yeah, maybe I could get into it just as a pure hobby, just to fill my time.
It's fun.
All that time I have with dogs and stuff.
You got time, fool. They just sit on the floor while you paint.
That's a good point. They would probably be happy as little clams.
Happy little clams.
Can I paint blood all over the sides of this mech so that you understand that it is purely an implementation?
You want to? You sure can, brother.
Bloody mech, bloody mech. This mech does nothing but kill.
It's a real popular song in the Russian Empire.
The latest from Warhammer Underworlds.
Ooh, that's what it is. Okay.
Nerd!
What's up, Mayor Mech? Ooh, Marie Mike subbed to GenCon. Hey. Said not. Ooh, and Mayor Mech subbed to GenCon. Hey.
Yay.
No, I finished my Frostgrave armor. Okay, that's why I thought. I can't remember. There's so many armies. Latest from a Warhammer Underworlds. The Chaos Barbarians, I think. Okay.
Barbarians.
Okay. Barbarians, I believe it's pronounced.
Barbarians.
Barbarians. Kill all you can. Huge song in the Hog Empire here. Alright, Mike, we'll see you later. When do we get Karen painting too? Karen actually has been painting a lot, just not minis. She's been painting.
Yeah, she's doing some acrylics over on canvas right now. Working on stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Got the cogs popping, dude. Really, the key to every good mini is get the cog pop.
Get the cog popping. Get the cogs popping. You're probably fine. Let's be honest.
You cogging and you popping and cogging, popping, popping, and my gum cog pop, pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop.
Makes your mouth go pop, 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 pop. Half-Baked, anybody? Great movie. The Oscar winner.
Who isn't quoting Half-Baked these days? Okay. Paul says, I got to lurk a bit because I need to remind myself of the rules for the game I'm playing at 11, but I'll be back around and stuff.
What are you playing? What are you playing?
Can you tease it once you have those rules down? Once you have those rules down, tease
what are you playing so much?
We can start, we can lead you in like we're supposed to.
It's our jobs.
We're going to play Wingspan. No big deal.
Ooh. I just played that on Tabletopia with some patrons last week. It was great.
Remind yourself of the rules. I need to play that. I was playing My Little Side
great.
at the time.
Yes, you were. With patrons.
Amazing.
Patreon. That's Brothers Murph.
Play board games with us online on Patreon.
If you even check out our Patreon, you will get entered
That's
into
always something that I hope with this. We've gotten a few new patrons, which is fantastic.
Oh, really?
I'd be lying if I was going to say that was not part of the goal. But I hope people understand. You don't have to become a patron to enter.
I figured we should probably maybe put that in there. You don't have to
visit our Patreon.
You just have to get to that page and then maybe click a button while you're there.
I say very specifically visit our Patreon.
That's true.
So I think it's clear. And I don't want to insinuate people don't get how things work. So I don't want to be that guy either. You're like, yeah, I understand.
But sometimes people do not get how things work.
I'm just like, you don't have to give. It's just, check us out if you like it.
We just want to tempt you. It's like putting chapstick by the cash register.
We can't make you pay to enter stuff because that's gambling and it's illegal in the state of California. So we can't do that.
But we would if we could. That's not true.
Yeah, probably not anything I need to worry about. I'm just always, just always fearful that people
I am underwhelmed. I'm underwhelmed in Wingspan, but should be fun in watching. Yeah, I like it. I don't know. I know some people don't like it as much, but I really, really enjoy Wingspan. I think it's incredible.
Well, as I said during your thing, birds are dumb. So,
birds are dumb. I like birds, man. You never know where they are. They can come at you from any angle.
I love the conspiracy theories and stuff. It's like, why do you think... Because there's, I won't say like a majority of people, obviously it's a tiny percentage, but there are some people out there that don't believe any birds are real. They think that they're surveillance drones.
That's true, but pigeons, everything's pigeons are surveillance drones.
So someone said like, government's forcing us to go inside so they can change the batteries on the pigeons. I was just like, well...
I mean it does make sense. That's the thing, man. It does make sense.
It does make sense when you think about it. I am enjoying the wash. The wash is awesome. As not Barry said, it just makes it like...
It makes everything
start looking cool. So you're like, just like, I'm just doing like, meh. I'm being like really like, just really bold and slapdash about it and just making my thing look cool. I'm like, I'm so talented. Look at me go. Wow. This thing looks like Terminator, man. You know, and really it's just that the wash does what the wash does.
The wash does what the wash
Boost
does.
your confidence.
Makes you feel warm inside.
Makes you feel warm inside and whatnot.
So that mix going. Yeah, see, that's like Perv. You want to be dark and kind of grungy, but not quite as just straight brown.
Yeah, it's a slight shift. An important one, I think. Wash your Mac. Wash your Mac.
Wash your Mac
again.
It's not grimy enough.
Oh no, you.
Birds are the absolute worst. Like an alarm clock that goes off at 3 a.m. with no snooze or off button. That is not. You're not wrong.
Oh, you could snooze.
Birds are dumb.
I'm not like hating. I'm just saying birds just have a small head. There's just not a huge brain in there. It's like that's. I'm talking just space, man. It's just like
it's a space thing, man.
Like where are they going to house more brain? You know, because they can't, man. Well, I gotta make sure I wash these front leggies.
Mustn't forget the front legs.
Must go faster.
Let's go faster.
Alrighty. So
let it go again.
Pretty much the silver for me for right now. Watching that.
Slivers says I think I'm gonna buy a Starlight over Frosthaven. No!
You have gone too far.
It's gone too far.
What's Starlight?
Yeah, I don't know. What is Starlight? That's fine.
Here's the thing, man. Isaac needs your money, so I need you to make this sacrifice for him.
I haven't even checked this morning.
And his indie company.
Imagine.
Yeah, what is it? Does anyone know?
Let's find out.
I forgot to check. I was going to check last night to see just how far it was.
Frosthaven. Before Frosthaven, here's the thing I'll tell you about Google algorithms. Right now, if you put Frosthaven Snowman doesn't come up. Frosthaven does. Yeah, they're over $5 million.
Yeah, that checks out.
With 30 days to go. But now, oh no, you're just kidding. I was thinking, but now it's not doing the thing where it's constantly moving. Yeah, it is. Just slightly slower than usual. Not usual than before.
Yeah, I was watching it earlier. It was just like jumping up like thousands of dollars at a time.
It was very fun. I just sat and watched it cross like 10,000 backers and like 1.5 million or whatever it was at the time. It was very cool. Good for him, man. Good for Isaac and the team.
Yeah. He's a super nice guy.
The bomb.
We know him.
The bomb.
Did you watch the video I did yesterday at lunch? No. We did not, Slivers. I want to, though. Where is it? In our Discord? Where is it?
Oh, no, yeah, on Twitter. I watched it.
I didn't see it.
It was just watching the money go. Oh. Yeah, that was intense.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, tell us about the Starlight
Express. All right, so now my mechs, I could leave them here like this, and they honestly look good, but I'm going to put some weathering on them.
Packer Richards is very clever, Birdman. I like it. It's a good way to get away with cursing. I like it.
Yeah. To be $140 to get the solo stuff, can you not just solo the game normally? Is there special solo stuff?
Yeah, wait, how's that work?
Could
you just play like multiple characters? Solo a whole different. We haven't soloed any Gloomhaven. If you have to pay more, that is kind of a bummer because there are a lot of people who do solo or Frosthaven, I should say, solo. Starlight is a space exploration narrative game. Cool. Sounds fun.
So I'm going to try something here where I'm going to try doing black and then silver on top of it for the weathering. I've never actually done that, but I've always heard it makes things like weathering look way better. So I'm going to try it. Space exploration, space combat, planet exploration, ship and character customization, solo or co-op. Very cool. That looks awesome.
I like that it's co-op. That's fun. And hey, you know what? The thing is, someone else will have Frosthaven and you'll be able to play it.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Sessions at 45 to 75 minutes. That's not bad at all.
That's really cool. Wow.
So the description for the $145 bundle for Frosthaven says the game plus solo stuff. I didn't realize there was specific solo stuff.
Maybe it's like you could always solo the game by playing multiple characters. Maybe there's like special solo stuff.
Huh, that's interesting.
I don't know. I'm just speculating here, which I probably oughtn't. It's interesting though. Interesting. I'm guessing that that means that it's additional content like story stuff for it to cost more. Otherwise, you know what I mean? Like it must be things that required extra design or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, speculating wildly.
Wild speculation. So again, I'm putting on the black here, which is going to, I'm going to put the silver on top of it, but I'm going to leave a little line of black, or it kind of has an outline.
Oh, you were saying this is like the true weather chipping or something, right?
Apparently, yeah. People are, because essentially what it is like it's basically like when you paint something like this, there's going to be a level of primer and then paint. And so having a little bit of black looks kind of like an under layer of like primer or something like that. And apparently it looks...
I mean, when you explained it, Mike, that totally makes sense. Because if you ever see like a chip, like a big chip were to come off a car or something, you will see that primer layer there as well. So that's a very clever...
So yeah, we're going to see.
Way to add some realism.
And I'm just putting this on randomly all over the place.
Throwing it down. Throwing it down. Da, 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 da. So Nybar says there are solo adventures for each class, and they are hard, meant to be used at the end of their run. Cool. Okay, so you could definitely solo the game. It seems like, but then you can get like these solo epic additional things. That's cool. I'm into that being extra. I can understand that because it doesn't seem like it would stop you from soloing the game.
Yeah, because it's just co-op.
It's just if you want the epic finale, extra stuff, or you could just leave it be and not have that, and like the game won't be. It seems like it won't be terribly affected. So right on.
Okay. All right, that's probably good for that one. We'll see. I don't actually know.
It's gonna be me.
It's gonna be May. One more month till that meeting comes out. Oh, I'm so excited.
It always is great. It always is just a good day. The end of April. And you're like, yes.
You're like, yes, it is gonna be May. And it's great.
We all know it's coming. It surprises no one. And it's still just delightful.
Yeah, every time it's great.
See JT's face pop up.
Yeah. So I hope everyone's having a good week.
What's everyone
been playing? Talk to us. What you been doing? Like, what's anyone been playing anything fun or cool?
I've been staying busy.
We've actually been playing more stuff than usual. Well, mostly because I've been here the whole time. So usually after we're done working, I end up going home, and so it's been nice to be able to kind of sit down and play some more stuff.
It's been fun. You know, it's like that's what you got to do during times like this, right? You got to find the bright side.
Yeah.
Like there's plenty of bummerific stuff, plenty of darkness out there. So like, let's focus on the light.
Yeah.
And we get to spend more awesome time together, have more meals together, you know, play more games together, play video games and stuff. Like, you know, just things that are hard to do when we're rushing around convincing ourselves that we're too busy to do anything that we like because we feel some
weird
built-in guilt to work all the time and stuff. And so it's nice to have like a little bit of time gifted to us in this weird way. It's weird to think of it that way, but again, trying to look for the bright side of stuff.
So we played Bargain Quest, but you knew that. I'm playing Sanctum Let a Day checks out. Just gonna solo a couple characters to learn. That's very cool. Yeah, Sanctum.
Yeah,
seems very cool.
Yeah, like so Tony took us through just a little bit of it, and I was hoping maybe we can still get a copy of it to stream for y'all because I think it'd be a fun stream.
Yeah.
So maybe we should follow up with
Tony.
He said he was gonna get us a copy, so we'll see. Be pretty cool, I think. Alright, just gonna pull some of this out. Just a couple spots there. A little bit pull it from there. I'm not worried so much about the feet because I'll paint.
I have many trees that need to harvest in a current video game. That checks out. So you miss living together? Yeah, I would say I don't miss. I like being able to come to work. Like, I don't miss working where we live.
Right.
And it's different for you now because, again, it's in a room that you could just, like, close the door of, you know? But it's helpful. Like, I definitely don't miss
there's also
that.
There's also the thing of, like, you know, what's helpful is the fact that you do come here to work and then you leave. And when you leave, it's like, well, work is over because you're not here. Like, we do work from home at times and do some admin type stuff, but like...
Yeah, usually we don't.
That's part of the whole thing that helps keep the separation.
Yeah, exactly. But I do... I can't speak for Mike, but I do miss living with Mike, for sure. But again, it's like, I stay over here Monday nights... Tuesday nights.
You're here majority of the week.
And then I'm here on Thursday as well. So it's like I'm here most of the week. So it's like it is kind of like, oh man, like I do miss living here, but like I also kind of live here. So like it's one of those things where it's like it's kind of this weird situation where it doesn't really feel that different. Because I'm here as much as I'm home. You know, like I sleep here almost as much as I sleep at home. So it's like it doesn't make it's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, and it's where it gets, you know, I guess the bummer is it's like it is like on a normal Thursday night, you know, we've wrapped up, we've had a week and stuff, and Nick's like, all right, see you Monday, and like that's always a bit of like, oh,
yeah, that can suck sometimes for sure.
That can suck, and like, you know, so we've found ways to still hang out and do stuff together. Like we'll play like Stardew Valley from home. Mm-hmm. We can play Splatoon 2, and we'll probably get more soon. Get some co-op games. So you know, we are are doing our thing and stuff, and it's a good mix, I think. Like Nick has time to like have his weekend and just enjoy doing whatever it is he wants to do, which is awesome. And so it's kind of it's a good thing. Like this has been over just a little over a year now, and I think we've seen it only as it's been awesome. And like we have this awesome space. Nick gets to come to work. I have a better, ability to differentiate kind of when it's work time, when it's not. I'm still working on that, especially now that we're full time doing this. Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty awesome. Birdman says I have many. Oh yeah, harvesting a cranberry. Yeah. So Birdman, like, so when you harvest trees, like, do you do it to get resources and wood and things? Like, take us, and for everyone else, that's Animal Crossing currently. I'm assuming you're playing. Is that or Halo? I don't know if you harvest trees in Halo. Is Halo a thing?
No, I don't think Halo's a thing anymore.
Damn. What's so planting trees and harvesting trees and stuff like that? Like, what do they gain you, if anything? Sliver says also Legends of Novus announced the addition of co-op.
Yeah, I saw
through a PDF download yesterday. That is cool. I'd like to play that again in general, and it'd be really fun to figure out how to.
I think co-op would be really fun.
Yeah. Miramax says the new thing is this from the new thing in this from other Animal Crossing games is crafting. So you can craft stuff. So you want to get like resources to be able to.
Are they continually updating the game? Or are they like constantly putting out more stuff for Animal Crossing? Like Stardew, one thing I like about Stardew is it's constantly getting updates.
Oh yeah,
there's like news now. You can get like this thing, and now you can get this thing, and it's like there's all these things that you can now do in it, and I think that's like super cool and very smart as well.
So what I'm thinking, Nick, is I'm gonna pass these off to you now, and you take it from here.
Nah, dude,
it's terrifying.
You good? How you looking? Oh, they look great.
I think they look pretty cool.
Oh, they look awesome.
They're not bad. Not bad.
Oh, those look perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of muddy and.
See, mine has a lot more like big flat surfaces, so his shading is not quite as extreme, but that's a good thing. Like you don't want it to be. Yeah. But the shading, see, like in here, this is why you need all like the cogs. I was
leaving it pretty heavy in there.
Look so cool. Oh, this looks great. I mean, honestly, because here's the thing: is like you could leave it like this. This is perfect.
Yeah.
You don't need to put weathering; it'll look cooler with weathering. But like this is fine, And so like this looks great, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
I'm pretty happy with it.
This is your work right there, baby.
Yeah. I'm pretty stoked. So Marax says, yep, you need resources to build tools and furniture. There's a lot of stuff today for April in Animal Crossing. Cool. There are updates. There's seasonal stuff. Easter stuff started today. That's cool.
That's coll.
That's really cool. I'll not be surprised if there's a pay expansion at some point for something like cooking.
Oh, interesting.
So you get the wood and fruit from the trees, and they go to making new stuff. Most of the hot items use a lot of wood. I made 20-something DIY desk things for the hot items, sold for a combined 100K bells. So question. So I know people were, there's this whole market and stuff, and people are selling stuff for bells and things. So it's the hot item. So are you selling to other players?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Like that, or is it to like just AI characters that are running around and you can sell to, and like you hear that, oh, this thing is the thing that like, how do you know something's hot to make? Okay, the Nook store AIs. Okay, so selling the AI. So how do you know that that's the thing that like?
Is there a bulletin board like in Stardew Valley?
Yeah, of like, hey man, this people are looking for this right now, so you're like, oh, I'm gonna make that money. Bulletin board says one hot item a day. That's freaking nuts. That right there could keep me busy for a long time.
Yeah.
Because I would do the same thing, Birdman. I would do a ton of trees and harvest the trees, get the resource. Like, I love getting, like, these just little money farms going in games, It'd be pretty cool. That's freaking nuts. Cool. So I could see getting very into... Oh, yeah. Just getting a ton of bells. I don't know then what you do with it.
My goal in every game is to get heck of money.
You should get dumb money.
Dumb dollars.
Dumb dollar, babe. Okay, so I literally have no idea what to do now. Today's a succulent plant for me. Not sure if it is for everybody. Oh, that'd be cool if it's different for folks. So you'd have to plant and then harvest that thing, I imagine.
How quickly does stuff grow?
Ooh, Murphs says it's some table for me, so they really are different. That's freaking nuts. Birdman says, I don't know a lot about Animal Crossing, but resources are a big deal. Mine's a tire toy. What? That's so cool. So is stuff in real time or something close to it? Like today is this hot item, but I imagine a succulent would take X amount of time within the game to grow. So if you're just playing all day, could you get that stuff generated? I wonder if I can go to your house and sell a tire toy. That'd be nice. It blowing my minds. Blowing my gourd. Real time. It's real time. So how long does it take a tree to grow? The game always exists in real time whether you're playing or not. That's cool.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's wild. That's wild.
So you can craft them instantly. Oh, so you would build the succulent thing out of other resources, but to get the resources you would need 3 or 4 days to go through. I can see how that suck people in.
So different folks have different items for sale, so it incentivizes you to visit other folks' islands.
That's awesome. Take time to grow a resource, then you can craft the thing that they're looking for if you have the resources. I imagine you can go buy resources too if you're desperate. Although you gotta have them bells. Yeah. Tree takes 4 days, about 4 days. Plants 3, I think. That's so
What does
awesome.
E into that? What does that even mean?
Miramax says, no, Barry came to my island yesterday. That's awesome! Oh my goodness.
That's freaking cool.
That's really cool. No, Barry says, I did. And I ransacked the place. Can you just flip someone's couch? Here. So, okay. Stupid question. Why visit someone's island other than to see what they do? And it's fun. I know that's fun and friendly and stuff, but are there game incentives? So different folks have different items for sale? Now, is that again, the game is generating stuff on different people's islands, so you want to visit your friend because the store on their island will have different stuff for sale? Or is there any personal transactions happening between players? My guess is no, since it's Nintendo and they seem to try to protect people, which is sweet. Birdman says, every day you can get fossils and bang on the stones for more stuff. Just slapping rocks.
It's like geodes in it.
Yeah. Kessler says, also, if someone has great turnip prices, let me know. Above 200 bells. You go to the island and steal the blue flowers.
Don't be slanging your turnips in our chat. Okay?
Yeah, it's a time suck. To get foreign fruit and different items from the store, that's why you'd visit other items. Don't steal blue flowers, please, says Kestrel. You can send gifts to your friends. Okay, cool. That is crazy.
That is just ridiculous.
Seems procedurally generated island. Merrick says, oh yeah, I'll check. I'm not into turnip economy. What is going on? This is blowing my mind. And I'm not going to lie. It does make me want to check it out. But I can't. I'm into Zelda right now.
You got a huge game to play right now, dude.
I can't be. I don't have time to play games like that will suck up my time. Believe me, Karen ain't gonna have it.
My house is full of hermit crabs. I don't even know what this chat turned into. This is slightly better than the worm talk.
We could go back to it. I'm slaying all the turnips in your chat. Just everyone's here checking out people's resources. Then the chat gets very quiet for a while as everyone's just going around to different islands to do stuff. And they come back and be like, yeah, cool.
Oh, what's up, Luke Pryor?
What to do? Looking good, Jen. Strong. Paint game is strong.
Paint game is strong.
I'll put some wash on these mechs. It's looking kind of cool. It's looking kind of super. It's a little less insane red in real life than on the light. But
yeah, it'll always. That's one thing. With painting, you have to plan ahead in that way because you have to know that when you put a wash on it, it's gonna dull pretty significantly.
Yeah, which is good. That red was pretty bright.
Yeah, you just have to plan for that.
Yeah. Burma says, "Oh, if you're into Zelda, never mind." Turnips are the game's stock market. What? What are you talking about? It's a very chill experience. You can spend as much or a little time as you want. The game doesn't care. Yeah, that's what it seems like, which I appreciate. I don't play for 4 days. It's kind of cool. Your trees just grew and stuff. You're like, oh, no. I just know I would get sucked in. I'm not against it. I think about figuring out the timing. Luke Pryor says, wash equals liquid talent. It does. Look, I was just talking about that because I'm like washing these things up. And I'm like over here just going like, brrr, like this sloppy. And I'm like, I'm so skilled. It's just looking amazing.
I'm so skilled at painting.
Miramax says, suck in. Join us.
Join us.
I literally don't know what the hell to do now. I'm very scared.
Okay. Well, you want to do weathering.
I do.
So, do you want to try and do what I'm doing with the black and then the silver, or do you want to just go straight silver?
I'm thinking straight silver.
Okay.
If I were to go the black, what's the order of operations here?
Black and then silver.
So you do some black first, and
yeah.
then silver
So
over
like,
the black.
Do I have any more on here? Okay, yeah. So here,
I'm thinking, yeah. If I can see an example, it just seems so scary.
So
money is to make your house bigger. Also, are there people who just Animal Crossing mansions where the whole island is one house? And they're like Tony Montana or whatever. And he was doing mad cocaine in there, or whatever Animal Crossing version of cocaine is.
Turnips. What is the Animal Crossing version of cocaine?
Miramax says a blue hippo just gave me a brick oven as a gift. What
is this game?
The thing that's fun about Animal Crossing, because we know so little, you could just be saying just insane stuff, and we're like, wow, that's crazy. It seems like a good day. And then everyone else could be like, oh my god, you got the brick oven for Blue Hippo. That's amazing. And they're all lying to us, and we would have no idea.
I don't trust the chat at all. I just want to let y'all know I do not trust you that any of this is true.
Say hello to my little turnip. Are you talking Animal Crossing stuff or human? Wait, what's up, turnip? What's up?
Your house is a TARDIS bigger on the inside, or
nice.
it's a loaded weapon trailer. Obviously, better reference. So, Mike, okay, so here. So this one here, you can see that I have like the blacks. I painted black just kind of arbitrarily, the same way I would paint any kind of like weathering. Just kind of put it around randomly wherever I wanted to.
See, yeah.
And then what I'm doing now is I'm taking silver and I'm painting in
everything but the edge.
Everything but the edge. So I'm trying to, and again, if you touch the edge a little bit, it's fine. But essentially, I'm trying to skirt that edge.
That seems very difficult.
To the point where it ends up looking like that one. That's the one that's done. So you can kind of look
Let
around.
Me see here. Oh, wow. That is cool, though. I see.
It does look cool. But it's not necessary.
Pew! Pew! Damn. Interesting.
And Luke asks, are you guys going to do some fancy bases? Not on these. These were the mechs.
We should do some grass. That would be cool. But
we haven't done on any other one. We've done them all. The bases, we've just been painting the same color as the faction just to make sure that it's very clear to people who maybe don't know. Like Scythe, I could look at all the mechs in Scythe and immediately know what faction they're from.
Yeah.
Whereas other people couldn't do that. And so just in case, I want to make sure the bases are the color of the faction. That way people playing it, if we're playing with someone who doesn't know Scythe very well, they know, oh, those ones are red. They have the red base. I mean, because the mechs are the color as well, but not all of them are quite as distinctly this colorful. There's like the Polania, the white ones. Those ones are mostly metal. So just looking at those, you wouldn't necessarily know that they're white, but I made the base white. That way you can always tell that they're for part of Polania.
Luke over here just showing off. So I don't tend to use metallics anymore if I can avoid it. That's exactly how Luke sounds, by the way. I like to use non-metallic metal.
I like to use non-metallic metal.
Nick started showing me non-metallic metal stuff. Dude.
I haven't tried it yet.
Crazy.
I am terrified of trying non-metallic metal.
How do you do it? How do you do it? Nick's trying to explain it, but it just, I'm just like,
I can't do it. I'm so terrified to try.
Doesn't compute. It's so amazing. The fact that you can do that is so cool. Oh.
Yeah, I don't do no non-metallic metal. Man. I don't mind metallic paints, especially for something like this. Like, I'm not going to non-metallic metal the Scythe Mechs. Like, that to me is just seems unnecessary. But yeah, it's non-metallic metals are wild. Some people are so freaking good at them. It's insane.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
I was thinking about trying it on the Scourge of the Abyss's Trident.
Oh, you should. That's like small.
Dude. It's so scary, dude. It's so hard.
People are just visiting. People are visiting islands now. talking about collecting cherry blossoms.
Gosh, y'all start talking this nerd talk. We're talking about cool
it's
stuff.
It's
like
working.
Power
It's
tools.
got me really excited. I don't need that, but I.
Well, again,
really
on our Patreon, we're gonna put out a poll of which game. We'll probably put 4 games on there. Which game do you want us to buy next? And we'll start playing it on stream. Animal Crossing will probably win them. It'll probably win. So
Luke says, I don't take it far, not like the full techniques. I just like a slightly more cartoon style. All my Burrows and Badgers minis use a really basic non-metallic metal technique.
That's interesting.
I want to check out your. I'm sure you have examples of it on your Instagram. I mean, it doesn't matter how you use it. I think it's incredible. Just like
it's so cool.
It's just such a cool thing of like I'm gonna get this effect. Or do a specific effect. I'll get a different effect by doing it this way, and it's still going to look like metal and stuff. It's just super neat,
cool.
Man.
And again, there's this gentleman on Instagram called Flame On Miniatures. If you want to see some truly, like, just straight up stupid non-metallic metal, go follow Flame On Miniatures. His stuff that's the stuff like I've shown you, Mikey.
Yeah.
Like the gold and that one dude who's got like the red on ones. It's just so freaking insane.
Dude, I don't apologize for hijacking the chat, Mac. I love it. I love hearing about this stuff. It's just super.
You own Gen Con. You're allowed to do it. You are the CEO.
So Merrimack says, gates open. Please don't collect fossils, but come over and sell turnips and
so can you just steal your stuff? I'm so confused by this.
Apples, oranges, peaches, and couscous.
That's not a fruit.
Oh, it's coconuts? If you have couscous, that'd be awesome. Coconuts. Okay, cool. I was like, hey, we're cooking up some couscous. Why not? No, I won't steal your stuff.
But you can?
Are there people just being mad a-holes? And
that's what I'm curious of.
I mean, I guess that's why you have gates. I guess you can always have them.
Because that would really... I don't want to be like some GTA 5 situations going on here.
Yeah. Steve says, add Animal Crossing to subjects on the chat that I have no knowledge of. With I know very little as well. That's why I'm asking questions, because it's fascinating just seeing all the stuff come out. I was like, what? I love how respectful being like, please, you can take these things, have some of this. Please don't take my fossils. And the customer's like, I got you. I'm not going to steal your stuff.
But I'm so confused.
Can you communicate within the game? I know that's something that Nintendo is generally very smartly protective about. And there's like a Nintendo chat app thing. Every time we play Stardew Valley, it wants us to download it or whatever. Like how? So could you lay out those types of things of saying like, hey, please take this, please don't take that? Like, is there a way to make that? Mary says we can, but it's clunky. We can use voice chat on the iPhone. Okay.
You probably just chat through like
just
Discord
saying like, hey, take
that.
this, please don't steal this.
Casper said my ex-sister-in-law was a jerk in my island last night, so I unfriended her. That's why she's your ex-sister-in-law.
Yeah.
Screw that lady.
Yeah, don't be taking my stuff. I guess, would you have to be friends to visit an island to begin with? Maybe.
That's my guess.
So, Nightmare says, I can't ruin things unless you are best friends.
That's such a weird stipulation.
That's so cool.
If you guys are really good friends, then you can destroy each other's stuff.
Miramax says, there used to be people on the old DS game who, if you didn't know them, might be jerks and chop down all your trees. Here's the thing. People on the internet be people on the internet.
That's right. People be interneting.
Wow. Okay. So
here, it depends on what... You can go just silver. It's no problem. Seriously.
So if I want to go, I'll try this chip thing. Because the thing is, if I do something, like, it'll give me more of a guideline of what to stick with. But I guess...
Well, and here's my thing. It's like, if you accidentally cover up with all black, who cares? That's exactly what you're going to do anyway, because you're just going to use silver.
Yeah.
So you kind of might as well try.
So just this black then?
Yeah. Actually, you know, here, I got black and silver going over here, so let's just go ahead and use this.
Now, how big or small should
it's
I
up to you, bro. It's up to you. I have certain ones like
a right there, like yeah.
I mean, it can be all over. Like this one, I'm gonna do a big area right here. That's all black. You know, that's all. It's up to it. Literally, so the thing is, there's no wrong answer. Generally, the edges, like I might come through and like hit a lot of the edges with silver once I'm done with this. Yeah. Because edges will be more worn out, but like it doesn't matter. Like maybe like half that dude's front plate is all scratched up because another mech came up and punched him in the chest. It's like it's up to you, you know. It's like there's no really wrong answer in terms of like where to put things like weathering.
Sasquatch says the girls started chopping down our trees. Luckily, none of the money trees. Are they really money trees? Or just trees that will generate stuff?
Yeah, like your girls are freaking agents of everything I've heard about your girls. Just makes me think they're just complete agents of chaos. I am terrified of your children.
They're so sweet.
I'm sure they're very sweet. For now. While they're chopping down on my money trees. On my turnip trees.
I am terrified. I am terrified. Okay, so I'm gonna do that.
So then once this weathering is done, Mikey, these mechs are done. That's the crazy part.
There's not a whole lot. Yeah, it's pretty simple as far as...
These mechs, honestly, are a pretty good place to start painting because, again, like, they're kind of hard to mess up.
Yeah, right? It's like you end up having more silver. Okay, it's more weathered now.
Yeah, cool. It's like you get to choose what you want to be in color or what... I mean, you could do the whole thing in silver. And they wouldn't be, like, wrong. You know? It's like... That's the thing. It's like you could just do them however you want, and it wouldn't make a difference. Like, it's just... You can just do whatever. And so it's like... You can choose where to put wherever. You can make them as detailed or as not detailed as you want. And this is like... Generally nowadays, I don't really do like... base coat, wash, I'm done. But with these, it actually benefits to do it that way. Unless you're going to do like really, really intense like weathering and stuff, which you could spend. You know, people do like, you know, they paint like tanks and stuff like that. And those ones are like just incredibly well weathered and all this stuff. But like, we're not doing all that. They're Scythe Mechs. Like, they don't need to be anything special. And it's like, this is kind of like a good place to start if you don't have something like Zombicide or something like that, where you just have a ton of like minis that don't necessarily need to look great because they're zombies. You know, it's like, this is also a great place to start because it's kind of hard to screw them up, you know, because you put a base coat on, they look cool. You put a wash, they look super cool, and you can just leave them like that and they look awesome because they look dirty and grimy and messed up and stuff. And then if you want, you can put on some weathering stuff like we're doing here, but you don't really need to. It's like, give yourself the best chance when you're, you know, it's like, set yourself up for success. Choose a game, choose minis that are achievable when you're just starting out. You know, don't try to do some like, don't do the characters first, you know?
Yeah.
In Zombicide, don't do the heroes. You know, it's like, yeah, do the easier ones. Do the ones that don't matter as much. Do the ones where people go like, oh, that's a cool little mech right there. It's like, you know, the character is going to have so much more time people looking at him because everyone can immediately recognize like, oh, this is the leader of this faction. So you just put more emphasis on that. These are essentially the grunts. These are the you know, the guys just moving around. And it's like, yeah, it's like no one cares that they're not perfect.
I like it, man. You make me feel confident, dude.
That's what I do.
Do you find painting relaxing? That's to both of us. I do. You know, it's like, you know, I'm joking around about being stressed out and stuff because it's really because it's going well and stuff. But like when I'm just getting into, it's for me because I'm new. Before I start anything, I'm always just like, oh god. And then once you start, you're like, ah, you know, it's fun.
Yeah,
like, I find it relaxing.
Yeah, I find it incredibly. This is how I relax. Because, honestly, like on my days off, me relaxing is me either painting or drawing. Like, because I find art both. It's one of the things. Like, relaxing is the wrong word. It's incredibly. It doesn't stress me out. It probably relaxes me a little bit, but it's very fulfilling. Yeah. Like, I leave a big painting session feeling fulfilled, and that's what matters to me. But it's just very cathartic. It's nice to, like, zoom in on something so small.
Exactly. The rest of the world kind of falls away.
It's like just doing kind of manual labor or repetitive labor a lot of times is very cathartic for people. This is not necessarily repetitive labor, but it's like, it's a similar kind of concept to me.
Because the simplicity settles in. That's nice.
And so, yeah. It is my main thing that I do to relax. I mean, my days off, I'm usually painting. That's also because I just have an incredible amount of stuff that I have to paint. So I am also just trying to get through it all. But it's like, yeah, I definitely do enjoy it quite a bit.
How about you? I mean, is it a relaxing?
Yeah, and everyone else, do you guys find painting relaxing, or do you find it to be a necessary stressful event? This game's got to get painted. Like, I'll get stressed if I'm doing something that I haven't really done. Like, right now, I'm painting the Scourge of the Abyss. And, like, there's a lot of stuff in there, like, I kind of haven't really done before. So, it's definitely stressful. But it's a good kind of stress. Or it's like that big dragon dog thing I did. The big one with the big base. Like, that was a very fun, but ultimately very stressful thing. Because that was basically me trying about a billion different things I've never done before on a mini, and just seemed like, all right, we're just going to try all of them and see if it works. And it ended up working out, but it took me a really long time, and was a lot of like, well, let's see if this works. Goes, yeah. You know, yeah, like, I will say I am digging this black and then silver look. It does look very cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really effective.
Yeah, just gives that extra layer, gives it a little bit more definition, a little bit more 3D-ness.
Ooh, follower.
Follow.
Hello, Sam Bullock.
Sam Bullock. Is that Sandra Bullock?
Oh my God, Sandy Bullock.
Sandra Bullock, thank you so much for being here. You're probably not even watching us. You're probably just went to our channel to get entries, which is totally fair.
Totally fair.
The Gordon Show, yeah, I need to try to get it. Stressed me out when I started it recently. That's totally fair. Alex, what's up? What's up, beautiful people? Want to drop in and say hi? I got a little 5 minutes of break before returning to the beasts. Those mechs look super cool. Thank you. Have fun butchering today. Don't kill anybody. Just kill animals. You don't kill animals. You just butcher them. But have fun butchering. Someday, Alex, we're going to come to your dang butcher shop. We're not going to tell you about it.
Earlier today. I was thinking that exact thing.
Even going to tell you.
Surprising.
What would you do? What would you do, Alex?
Can I get you a pork? Like, I'm working right now.
Can I buy a whole cow? It's my unwinding time, says Luke Pryor, talking about painting, forgetting about everything and just lose myself in painting for a few hours. Totally, exactly. It's just like, put on something you like, listening to some music, a podcast, whatever, and you just get and just like time just melts away while because it's just like you're so here. And it's like, it's just hard not to lose time. But it's in a good way. Like, you're just getting lost, you know? And it's awesome. Gordon Show said, I guess I need more practice. Even trying to mix colors to get the right consistency of paint stresses me out. That is fair.
I just stay away from that stuff. That's very terrifying.
Again, it's getting to the point where all that stuff that stresses you out, you start to enjoy. Like, now I enjoy trying to find the right paint mixture, paint color, you know, like, I enjoy that. But I didn't used to. For a long time I didn't.
Yeah, I think it's a good sign of, like, maybe your progress into something is if you start to enjoy the things that at the start were very scary for you.
Yeah, you start to enjoy the work, you know?
Yeah. That's very cool. I like that.
So now I'm just going to try and... Oh, that's too much. Just going to try and pick out some of these edges. I'm just going to try and do it, like, quick. And that's too much. Yep, I missed a spot. This is just all primer right here. Whoops. So it's like wiping off most of the paint on my brush. I'm just like certain like edges like that. Just want them to be kind of a little bit more banged up. Again, what I'll do often is paint on a little bit and then take my finger and wipe off a little bit. And just leave it like that and just kind of... Alrighty. This last little bit here, and then I'll paint up the bases. What time are we looking at? 10:26. Alrighty, cool. So if you didn't know, Paula Deming and Matthew Jude are now streaming with GenCon as well. And they are streaming directly after us. They are streaming... we stream from 9 to 11. They're going to stream from 11 to 1. And so they'll be starting up right after we end. So make sure to stick around to watch them play some games because they are amazing and wonderful. And our friendship is beautiful and wonderful. And and so make sure to stick around for that.
It was beautiful. It's just a nice thing. Sentiment is.
Basically, we're taking over Gen Con. Just want to let y'all know. Mirror Mech, just let you know. You got new.
It's a very.
Gil Hova's here. Hi,
What?
Gil Hova. What are you doing?
Gil Hover, man. How the hell are you, bud? How you holding up?
Gil Hover.
In NYC,
My brother, how are you, man? Yeah, how's
you doing okay, bud?
you do? Yeah, what you need anything? You good? I'm also like Mike, coloring outside the lines with this weathering would stress me out too. It's, but that thing is like good thing with this. It's like if you actually cover all the black, whatever, doesn't matter. Like again, it's like you're setting yourself up. Create the award-winning game, The Networks. The Networks is in my top 5 games.
Yeah.
And we just did a top 10 solo games. The Networks was our number 2. It's got a great solo mode.
Real good solo mode.
Gil Hova is just the freaking best.
Freaking love that guy.
But yeah, so it's like, again, it's like setting yourself up for success. It's like Mike is trying this new kind of like black primer technique, which is cool. But it's like if you accidentally cover up all that black primer, whatever. It makes no difference. So it's setting yourself up for that success.
Which is, I like Nick's super quick style, and Mike is being super fastidious on his one Mac. I'm much slower than Nick.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like if I'm overdoing, I'm happy because it's coming out pretty cool. The black is very neat.
Yeah, it gives it a cool look.
But yeah, it's like Nick's gonna get all this done. And I will be done with this one by the end of our stream. So I'm like, cool. That's all right. I'll be able to finish it on my lonesome.
All on my own.
Luke says I tend to listen to stand up. That's a good way to get down.
Ooh, interesting.
Love that.
I tend to like just put on
some like lo-fi.
Put on some lo-fi. I'll put on like a YouTube video that's like long, maybe some like mini painting stuff or some art stuff or whatever.
Sort of as chatter.
Yeah, and people just talking about whatever, I'll put on like a speedrunning video of like a long speed run, which would be like 2 or 3 hours, something like that, and I'll just like listen to that or watch that kind of while I'm doing it.
Gorgeous, thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the weathering. Like at a glance,
it should be.
Like it looks really cool. I think.
Yeah, take a look. That looks great. Yeah, see,
pretty happy with it.
If
now
I could give
a
bit of a suggestion,
yeah.
Make some more points.
Yeah.
They're a little rounded, and a lot of weathering wouldn't be quite so rounded. But like in terms of the placement, and also your technique with the black and the silver is great.
Yes, man.
That's as good as I was doing.
Cool.
Yeah, that's great. I would say make more points.
Sharpened up a bit for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Other than that, that looks outstanding.
Cool. Yeah, I like this one where it's a little more.
I did not know that, Birdman, that you made one of the pledges. I think Naobari did too. Didn't Naobari? Isn't the Weebs or the Meeks or what were they called? Something like that. I'm hoping to get into painting very soon as a good relaxed thing. Well, here's the thing. We're here every Wednesday.
Paint with us every Wednesday.
Make us leave.
Don't make us leave.
So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take a little bit of Reikland Flesh Shade, which is a red brownish wash, and I'm just gonna put this a little bit here and there, just to give it a bit of rusty effects. But nonetheless, in terms of the weathering, in terms of the painting, this here is doing the underground layers on a name. Yeah, that's right. And they turn out pretty good. I really like these mechs. These kind of like weird squat. They have no arms. I just think it's cool. Alrighty. And thank you, Miramac, for dropping that in there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miramac. Thank you, Miramac. Why is everyone so fancy?
Why so fancy, dudes?
Why are you so fancy? Ooh, yeah, I need to clean these. That's the only thing about metallics I don't like is, man, they just get up in your brushes. They gunk up a brush. And, like, I usually clean my nice brushes afterwards anyway, but, man, they gunk up a brush. Maximum gunkage.
So much of the gunky stuff.
So there'll be some, I don't know how much you're going to be able to see, but it's just a bit of kind of orangish, brownish red to put in. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but
it's there.
Oh! Everything's fine.
Has that ever happened at a critical moment?
No. Because I mean, this one, it happened because I'm dabbing it with my thumb, and so like I'm pushing on it. I've never had anything quite like that happen, which is good. Until they take over the GenCon stream, they still have their own channel. That's true. Until we buy GenCon.
Next step, buying GenCon.
Brush. Yeah, when you're doing metallics, wash your brush very often.
We good. Burma says, mine was the simple CBA for Caleb, youngest son, Bryce, and Angie. Bird girl. Boop, boop. I love how Gilhova differentiated the A to make her stand out. That's so cool.
That is very cool.
Move. Such a baller move.
What a baller man.
Baller man.
Baller man. So again, I'm just kind of putting this around arbitrarily. Picking out some spots. Trying to put it in some of that weathering so it's kind of like rusted stuff that's showing through. Like that weathering's been there for a while. Yeah, that's it. Just a little bit. Just to give it a little bit of more tonal variation, as it's called.
Tonal variation.
Also to warm it up a little bit because the mini's all cool colors. It's got silver and then green, so adding this kind of red-brown will give it a little bit more. It'll warm it up nicely.
Get a little bit more.
And y'all are awesome. So again, make sure to stick around after this because they're gonna be playing some Wingspan. And we are just super, super pumped that GenCon picked them up because they're awesome. GenCon's awesome. They might as well be awesome together.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything anyone out there would like to see us paint specifically? Like, oh man, I would love to see you guys take on this game. I think we asked this before. I know Quicksand would want to see us paint Quad Heroes, which I would love to paint if we had it, just because it's just such a weird game.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. It says Mike. I want you to body paint Mike into a barbarian.
That's right. That's right.
Speaking of Quad Heroes. That's painter technique. If I pick it for my 50K point thing on your channel, can I send it to you to paint? Yes.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Play. Sorry. Play. Yeah.
And if you don't mind, I'd probably paint it for you too.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how long. It'd probably take me a while, but I'd be down to paint it.
Yeah. If you'd be down for us to return it to you painted, that'd be sweet.
I mean, hell, I have David Phillips' copy of Grim Forest. He's like, yeah, take as long as you want to paint it. I was like, all right, cool, because I've just always wanted to paint that game.
Do you need paper towels still? We do. We haven't been to the store yet. So last time I was at the store a couple days ago, they were saying like they're staying in stock longer and longer. So the rush is slowing down.
Well, I think Costco has some too, right?
Yeah.
So we could always just go to Costco and grab some.
We do need to do a Costco trip one of these
moons.
That one seems just feels intimidating for some reason. I'm sure it'll be fine, but it's just like, oh man, Costco's intimidating on a good day.
All right, how you doing over there, Mikey?
Good. I have a ton that I got at Sam's months ago. I'm totally willing to share. I forgot. Yeah, quick Sam, where are you? I know you're local-ish. Where are you at again? You want to send me info with a shipping address? I'll send you quad here. This is a fun game, even if it has a zillion pieces. Yeah, we like punched that game out and boxed it up.
There's we did. We punched it out with that.
Oh, you're in Kentucky. Oh,
that's how. I don't think she's local. Yeah, I
thought you were like SoCal for some reason.
No. I was just like, I think she's local.
My bad. I get people mixed up sometimes.
Yeah, we'll hit up on Discord about Quad Heroes. Again, we'd love to paint it for you.
Yeah, it'd be super cool. And we'll let you know about the paper towel situation. That's super generous.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, it's really cool. I think we'll be able to get some here, but if for some reason that's looking like it's not the case, we will holler. It's very nice of you. So I'm just trying to kind of get some more edge to some of these little spots here. I went rounded to start out of a sense of safety.
Bird Girl went on Saturday. It is very slow at Costco, but they have most of the stuff they usually do.
Yeah, because they did good to start rationing out and stuff, saying, yeah, we know we're Costco, but you still only get 2 of these now, which is very smart, so that other people can have a shot.
Yeah, they won't get the basic essentials because people are being jerks and buying 6 months worth of toilet paper.
Yeah.
Or buying the entire meat section of a store. Just ridiculous.
Yeah. You know, people get worried and stuff. It's easy to start just... I get it. You know, it's like it's
well, so you get like 1 or 2 people doing it, and then everyone else goes, "Oh my gosh, I need to do that too," or else. And that's the problem. Is like it just the whole thing gets exacerbated.
Once this cycle begins, it's hard to jump out of it. Yeah. Because everyone's just like, "Well, I don't want to." I'm into that. Yeah, I think I'll need to do something to make them blend a little bit, but that's good.
Yeah. What?
I'm just trying to add little bits and things and pieces and. That's good. Hippie with it.
And again, putting this kind of rust on also, it's like the chipped away parts are very bright.
Yes, so that's what.
And now again, that's getting exacerbated by the fact that we have a very bright white light directly in front of it, so they're hitting the light really well. They won't be quite so bright in just normal room light. But one thing about the rust thing that I'm doing here is I can hit some of them. Especially some of the bigger ones, that essentially tone them down a little bit because now they kind of have a reddish hue on them. Then it looks good because they're rusted. But then on top of that, what it does is it doubles as like, hey, you're a bit bright. And I think that's going to be it for mine, fam. So all I need to do now is paint the bases. Matthew, hi. Oh, Rosie's here. Hi, Rosie. I love you with every ounce of my being. Anyone down to party 20 minutes? No, we told them all to not stick around for your stream, Matthew.
Sorry, we said there's only room for one.
We said, we run... Hold on.
I'm going to have a bird party.
We run Gen Con. Us, not you. Okay? You want to rumble? All of us will lose.
There's nothing in there. A streaming power nap will be intense. Let's go! 20 minutes now, kind of pretty much, I think, ish. 20-ish. We're gonna stop here in 15 minutes to give you all a couple minutes to get things. You know, we don't want to run right up into your time. I'm super excited. Do stick around, people.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome.
Watch Paula and Matthew.
I need to look up my concoction.
I do hope. Are you planning to crush the opposition? Are you planning to bird so hard that Paula has no chance at winning? Are you hoping to consume so many eggs that it leaves people stunned? Just don't take it easy on her, okay? She seems nice. She's not nice.
Paula's one.
Paula's... I cannot stress this enough. Paula is...
Okay, I'm glad that I went out of my way to take a picture of the combination of paints I used to make this green. Lauren Forst and Moot Green. Okay, that's what it was. Because I remember I was like, I don't know how I make this green. Can I see your web file if you're using this one still? Thank you.
All right, let me do that.
How's it looking? Was it?
Well, it's pretty cool. I mean, it needs to be kind of rusted out and smoothed out a little bit, but I'm for my first go, I'm pretty happy.
This is great.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Yeah, that's great.
You know,
again,
like,
here's
some
the thing,
rust on there to kind of
such a
make
rad.
it.
Look at this thing. Again,
make it a little less
on
like,
the table, just like that's freaking rad, dude.
Yeah,
that's so, you did great, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
Crushing it. That's awesome. Everyone drop big bombs in chat for Mike. I'll defeat her. It'll be pretty devastating. Oh, Paula's here too. Everyone's just hanging out in our chat. Go get your own chat. Cool. Even though this will be the exact same chat that you have in a bit, it's confusing. All right, so now I'm just doing the besses in these ones, and then we're good. Okay.
Wait now, hey now.
Hey now, hey now.
Whoops. Paula, I was just getting Matthew fired up so he plays a good game. Now, Paula, do you plan to tuck so many birds that they're like, how does that bird physically have so many other birds within it? Are you going to collect so many damn food tokens that everyone's just like, give me them worms? I want them worms.
You giving that? No, let's not talk the worm chat again, Mike.
Worm chat engage now. Rosie, I know you got more worm titles. Let's go.
That was a good day.
That was a good day there.
Is this... That's probably close enough. Actually, no. And thank you, Marie and Mike. Again, if y'all didn't know, we are making a big push for 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel right now. We are giving away some cool stuff if we...
We're giving away Cool Stuff Inc.
That's right.
Away. We don't need it anymore.
We don't need it anymore. We decided to... We bought it, and we were like, get rid of it.
So wait, their headquarters in Florida? Pass.
Why would we do that to ourselves?
This is not Indiana.
So, yeah, am I right?
GenCon!
Woo! I don't know.
Don't let me. We're like, we're in Seattle.
Oh, what's up, Derek? We got Worm Chat, like the likes of which even God has never seen.
God's like, I really made worms for people to kind of forget about, but they are.
He's like, they're an integral part of the environment, but I mostly want people just to ignore them.
Yeah, I just kind of want them to like be like low key cool, you know. Like, but everyone's just worming it up.
All right, so now we're just basing this base.
How are you? I don't get it. You're so quick.
The thing is, I'm not. I paint really slow too.
If you're slow, what am I?
Oh,
thank you, Northern Cuts.
Northern Cuts. Do you own a barbershop?
You in the cuts up in the north?
You own a barbershop in Wisconsin?
In a wood?
In the woods. I do great haircuts, but you got to come to me.
Isn't it weird? Like, if you say the woods, it just sounds like, you know, woods. But if you say it's a wood, it sounds so whimsical.
You're not wrong.
I'm just going to get more angular with my rustedness here in this one. See how that goes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Ooh, not in that one. Not
right on the butt.
That's the one, yeah. Yeah. Tight.
Base coating is always kind of terrifying. Not base coating, doing the base. Because I'm always like, please just
You've
don't
done
hit the legs.
so much
don't hit the
work.
legs.
It's like, really, you should probably base them first.
Yeah, but I also don't want to have to be careful about hitting the base when I'm painting. I want to be able to just like splash all over the base and not worry about it. So it's like, yeah, because it's like one of those things where I'm just like, oh, I don't want to hit the base. But at the same time, I'm like, I also don't. It's like, it's better for me this way, but it is nerve-wracking.
Edward, worm hands. I could do this all day. Wormed and confused. Worms in the hood. Slapping the bass. Slipping the bass. Slipping the bass.
Slipping the bish.
The bass, man. It is fun doing this little outline thing because you can kind of play around and get some ideas of where you want to go, and then when you hit the silver, it's a little like,
yeah, it's easy.
It's like, yeah, it's easy.
You already got a guide map.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I'm going with that. All right, Mary Mike says, what should you do if you're almost done painting a figurine but make a huge mistake that you can't cover it up with? Have you gotten to a critical point and then made a boo that just you couldn't?
No, never something that like I would have to like start from square one or even close to it.
Okay.
And I mean, at that point, there's not much you can do if it's not something you can like just fix. You gotta, there's not much choice, honestly. Ugh. There's many times where like what I do a lot is when I'm painting, I'm just not paying attention when I'm moving my brush away from the miniature. So like I'll be like doing this, like say I'm painting and then I'll move it away and I'm not paying attention. I'll just go boom and hit another part of the miniature. And I'm just like, oh my, I do that all the time. Especially like for the dragon dog thing, it had that big kind of swirly tail.
Yeah.
So when I was moving, I would constantly hit the tail. Now again, that wasn't a huge thing. And eventually like, what I'll end up doing is like, I'll like, okay, well, I'm just going to keep hitting the tail again and again. So I'm not going to repaint it now. I'm going to repaint it at the end. It's just kind of like, you just kind of got to repaint it. Like if it comes down to it like that, you're like, oh, there's not much you really can do. I've never had, there's very few situations where you've messed something up to the point where you can't recover it, at least with painting. With like building and stuff like that, you can't put something in like the wrong spot and also you're like, oh, this doesn't work. But even then you can cut it off and put it back on. Like it's not the end of the world. There's not many instances where you are literally like, I cannot recover this. And you can always add battle damage depending on what it is. Yes. And so that's the thing. It's like there's very few circumstances where that's one thing about mini paint I actually like is it's pretty darn forgiving because it's like in the end, you don't like that color, paint over it. You can always strip minis. There's a lot of ways to strip paint. And so people will just paint the whole thing over again. They'll paint it to test it out. And they go, oh, okay, I don't like that. And then just strip it and paint it again. Like that's a very common thing. So it's nice because there's not very many situations where you cannot recover a mini. Even if you put on a big fancy base, like you can just break the seal of the super glue that you put on there. Like it ain't going to be that big a deal, you know? And so it's like, it's mostly just a nuisance, and it is very much a nuisance. And there are times where like I want to just scream and give up because I've just touched something I did not need to touch with that color. The worst is like when you touch something like yellow, like say like I have yellow plating on these and I touch it with like black, and then I'm like, because that means I'm going to have to put like 10 coats of yellow to cover up that black, you know? So it's like a little bit, yeah. There are definitely times where it can be more frustrating than others, but like for the most part, like it's just part of it. I'm not that careful of a painter, so I make a lot of those kinds of mistakes. And so it's just the reality of it. You're gonna accidentally touch stuff. I mean, that's with any arts that way. I've done that with drawings where like I've accidentally gone like boom and touched something with like a color I didn't need to, and I was just like, and that's when we're like, there's not much you can do. With markers particularly, there's not much you can do. Once the ink's on there, it's pretty much on there. There's been times where like I've gotten to the end of a drawing, because I always do pen and ink drawings, which is even less forgiving than markers.
Oh, gosh.
And markers, and there's been times where like I've gotten to like the end of something and then messed something up and had to throw away the entire thing. And after like 20 or 30 hours of work, and you want to talk about some patience, that hurts.
Yeah, that's brutal.
But yeah, for the most part, it's not too bad. All right, fam, we got about 5 more minutes, and then we're gonna cut it 5 minutes early so our good friends Paul and Matthew can get theirs set up and ready to go. And yeah,
get ready for you.
And I'm going to have to do a second cut on these base because this green is pretty light and is not covering up the bit of wash that ended up on all these. So I'll have to do a second coat. Then I'll do off camera. But nonetheless, that is the Hog People's army. They're little meckies. Mecky poos. That's going to be them right there. Bam. 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 That's how they look. That's how they work.
That's how they work. Get twerk. And drinking pork. Get pork. And eating pork. And dork.
Simple Green that mini. Yeah, Simple Green. There's a bunch of those, like, a bunch of different, like, this is the best one. This is the best one. Can you just dip the mini in odorless paint thinner and beat the devil out of it against the easel base? Yes, you sure can. Like, this is not, no, you're going to break it off the face. Thank you, Missy. Yeah, these mechs, they turned out pretty cool. I'm very happy with them. I like painting mechs like this. They're fun. I think they're pretty easy to do. Again, you can get way in the weeds with, like, you know, doing all sorts of crazy stuff, but we're not going to do any of that. But, like, for, like, Scythe Mechs, now when you're playing this faction, they're going to look freaking awesome, you know? We called the Hog Folks mechs pooping chickens. They do look like pooping chickens. Look, I mean, they are. This dude is mid-squat right here. Oh, let's go, Mikey.
It's not inaccurate. Yeah, it's getting a little more refined on this one. Working on it.
Yeah, see that black outline's cool, though, right?
Yeah, it's very cool.
It does make it look way better having a black outline around that battle damage.
Actually did a stag right here, like a little stag.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's them right there. They turned out okay. They turned out okay. Actually, let me go ahead and just do this part that I couldn't do earlier. Oh,
who that is?
Juan. Oh, there you Juan.
Hey, Juan. Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know if you're actually here watching us. You're just there for...
If you're out there, cheers to you.
So, again, we'll announce one last time before we head out. We are doing a big push for 10,000 subs on YouTube. And there is a giveaway that's going on. We're giving away a pledge, a Kickstarter pledge of Return to Dark Tower, courtesy of Restoration Games. Give away a pledge of Dark Ages, courtesy of Board and Dice and Rainer, who is awesome. And then Mike and I are going to back Frosthaven, but then give it to you.
On your behalf.
Yes, indeed. So we'll back it on your behalf, and it'll just get sent out to you.
Yeah. Merrimack dropping in that schedule. Cheers. Thanks for doing that.
Are they on the schedule now?
Do stick around.
No, they're not on the schedule. We got to update that schedule.
Stick around because literally in like 5 minutes, Matthew and Paul are playing some Wingspan for you. It's going to be super duper cool.
Yes.
Do check it out. We'll post these little kind of works in progress, or I guess work done now.
Indeed.
On these, I'll do my other little metal and finishing on our own. Join us next Wednesday, though. We'll be painting once again.
Indeed.
Moving on to different things because these mechs are...
they're doing okay. And again, if you want more info about the giveaway, go to our YouTube channel where we have a video about it, and that's where you can, down the link in the description below, find information about that. But we're going to go ahead and head out and give Paula and Matthew a chance to get ready. Please stick around for their stream. They are way cool.
They're super awesome. I can't wait to watch.
Indeed. And so we will see you all later. You all are wonderful, and have a great day. This was great.
It was a great time.
And yeah, we'll see you all later. Have a good one.
Have a great morning, everybody.